Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to see you today. This is going to be the beginning of a series on things that homesteaders need to get started. So I want you to just take a moment to think about what it would be like to start from scratch. So you decided you want to start homesteading. Maybe you're dreaming of growing your own food, raising chickens, becoming more self-sufficient, or simply living a slower, more intentional life. But then reality sets in. You start watching YouTube videos. It suddenly feels like everyone has a giant farmhouse, expensive equipment, and years of experience. It can be pretty overwhelming. Here's the good news. Every experienced homesteader started exactly where you are now. You don't need 50 acres, you don't need a barn full of animals, and you definitely don't need to do everything in your first year. What you need to do are a few key essentials that will set you up for success and help you avoid some of the biggest beginner mistakes. In today's video, I'm sharing 7 essentials that every new homesteader needs before diving in. So let's get started. One of the biggest mistakes new homesteaders make is trying to do everything at once. A huge garden, chickens, goats, bees, fruit trees, canning, composting. It's exciting, but it's a recipe for burnout. Instead, ask yourself one simple question. What is my biggest goal this year? Maybe it's growing enough vegetables for your family. Maybe it's collecting fresh eggs. Maybe it's learning how to preserve food. Choose 1 or 2 major goals and focus on doing these well before adding more. Homesteading is not a race. It's something you build over time. So number 2, you're going to need healthy soil. If your goal is growing food, healthy soil should be your top priority. Great gardens don't happen because people have a green thumb. They happen because the soil is healthy. Before buying dozens of plants or seed packets, spend some time improving your soil. Add some compost, use mulch, you're going to mix in some organic matter, and learn what your soil needs. The better your soil becomes, the easier gardening gets. Think of it this way. You're not just growing vegetables, you're building the foundation for years of successful harvests. All right, number 3, a reliable water plan. Plants need water. Animals need water. You need water. Before expanding your homestead, think about how you'll water everything during the hottest part of the summer. Will you use city water, a well, rain barrels, garden hoses, drip irrigation, even something as simple as placing a rain barrel under a gutter can save money and reduce watering time. You might even want to set up a system for yourself that might be more self-sufficient. Planning ahead now can save you a lot of headaches later. Number 4, we're going to buy quality tools slowly. You don't need every single gardening gadget you see online. Start with the basics. A sturdy shovel, a garden rake, a hand trowel, pruning shears. You could get yourself a watering can or use the hose, a wheelbarrow if your budget allows. As your homestead grows, your tool collection can grow too. It's usually better to buy one high quality tool that lasts for years than several cheap ones you'll have to replace every season. Number 5, you're going to learn one new skill at a time. It could be very overwhelming if you're trying to do everything at once. One of the best part of homesteading is learning. Every season teaches you something new. Maybe this year you learn how to grow tomatoes. And next year, you'll learn how to can them. Then maybe you try making bread or composting or raising chickens. Trying to master everything at once often leads to frustration. Small wins build confidence. Confidence builds experience, and experience builds a successful homestead. Now, one thing I want you to remember is, and that's our number 6, expect mistakes. This may sound strange, but making mistakes is actually part of becoming a good homesteader. You will plant something too early, forget to water, lose a crop to insects, buy the wrong variety of seeds. Every experienced homesteader has stories like these. The difference is they learn from them. Don't judge your progress against someone who's been homesteading for 20 years. Compare yourself only to where you were last season. Every mistake is another lesson you'll never have to learn twice. And number 7, patience. This may be the hardest lesson for beginners. Fruit trees take years to produce. Gardens improve every season. Compost takes time. Skills develop with practice. A thriving homestead is not built in a weekend. It's built one project, one harvest, and one lesson at a time. The people who stick with homesteading aren't necessarily the ones with the most money or the biggest property. They're the ones who stay patient and keep showing up. Now, for a bonus tip, I want you to make sure that you don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Social media can make it seem like everyone has the perfect garden, beautiful barns, and overflowing pantries. What you don't see are the years of trial and error that got them there. Your first raised bed doesn't have to be perfect. Your first garden doesn't have to produce hundreds of pounds of vegetables. Your first flock doesn't have to be 20 chickens. Start where you are, use what you have, and learn as you go. Every successful homesteader started as a beginner. So if you're starting to homestead, please remember this. You don't need to know everything today. Focus on building good habits, learning new skills, and taking one step at a time. The 7 essentials we talked about today: a clear plan, healthy soil, a reliable water source, quality tools, learning new skills, embracing mistakes, and having patience will give you a strong foundation for years to come. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What inspired you to start homesteading? Or what's your very first project you're planning to tackle? Share it in the comments below. It's always encouraging to hear where everyone is in their journey. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more beginner-friendly homesteading tips, gardening advice, and practical ways to build a more self-sufficient lifestyle. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.